Hey everyone, welcome to Sung's Garage. Now I wanted to share a really cool project I'm trying out. Now with everyone staying indoors and using Zoom, I wanted to somehow connect to our Sung's Garage community. So here's our first episode of Your Car, My Car, with our first pair of awesome guests that we connected with on Instagram via Zoom. Alright, you all be good. I want to welcome you guys to my garage. So this is my garage. Let me give you a nice little view of the garage.
There's Opa.
There is Opa.
In his glory.
Yeah.
But we'll get to him later. So this is my garage. Here's the Faguzzi under right now. A painting my friend did. So literally we're in my garage. It's a godsend that I have Opa here and I have a place where I can hang out. Joey, thank you for this awesome suggestion of doing a card meet via Zoom. And Jessie, thank you for reaching out. We've been looking at your work. A lot of respect to you. Not just the fact that you're an awesome builder and artist. And as a fellow artist, like I look from afar and I just, it's just with envy and admiration. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so
Froze.
who you are, what you're about, how you're dealing with this crisis. Share a little bit about yourself, Joey.
All right. So my name is Joey Luna. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. I've been into cars my whole life. So fortunately, I'm able to work from home. And during this time, I've been using a lot of my time like in the garage. I actually got it cleaned up this weekend. And just spending time like cleaning up my car, I feel like it's been neglected. But aside from that, I used to be really into watching a lot of videos on YouTube or wherever I could that were car review related. And now being at home, I feel like I have a lot of time to do that again. And it's really just been reigniting the passion that I have for anything automotive related. So.
That's
awesome.
Fantastic. Yeah.
So where are you again right now?
I'm in Phoenix.
How's everybody dealing with this whole crisis right now? Over there?
We're not on a complete lockdown, but the only people that are like first responders are really working right now. So me and my wife are home, but people are fortunately practicing the social distancing.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks for sharing that. I really don't know what to add when it comes to this whole crisis thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, if you watch TV or the news, we all know that we're not headed to a good place. So I really appreciate, Joy, you reaching out and trying to find something positive through all of this.
Yeah.
And I think the theme, I like to have kind of a through line of why we're doing this. Like, what are we getting together for? Are we just kind of like jerking each other off and showing each other our cool cars? I don't think that's what this is. It's really, I don't know you, Joey. I don't know you, Jessie. It really is an opportunity to take something so dire, so scary, and extract something positive. So thank you for your energy. Thank you for, so all I can do is, send my positive energy to you and your family. You just hold on tight, and hopefully we can be here for each other. And that's all I can offer. Thank you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right, Jess. So tell us a little about yourself, where you are, and what's going on in your hometown.
Yeah. Well, my name is Jessie Dean, and we're basically in Tacoma, Washington. And the weather here is temperamental at best at the moment. But yeah, so I basically grew up around cars my whole life as well. My dad still has his first car, which is a 67 Datsun Roadster, which has been everything to all of us. You know, in the family, my sister and I, we both have roadsters now because of him. You know, it's all his fault. That's all I'm gonna go with. The love of cars is all my dad's fault. So, yeah.
Well, if you love roadsters, I think we've met each other at the right time, because Mike Spagnola, who is, like I said, mechanic and builder of this Opa project, he is a Datsun guru. He knows everything about it. So
he has that red one.
Yeah, on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any questions you have? We have so many roadster parts on Opa right now.
Oh my goodness.
So
that's awesome.
That is awesome. That's
so how's
fantastic.
it going over there? How's everybody holding up, Jess?
So far so good. I mean, there's more cases every day, and some people are not very good at the whole social distancing thing, which is unfortunate. You know, they still get a little too close even when you're in the grocery store, and I think people need to get a little bit better about being on their own and being away from other people, and then we'll be able to get through everything. You know, it's got to relearn these old habits. So, but I mean, the outlook out here, it's still pretty positive. You know, I've got buddies that are getting more into their hobbies, you know, reconnecting with what they used to love, and now they love it even more. You know, it's there are good points about what's happening. That is for sure. I mean, it's unfortunate it's happening, but people are definitely finding the good in it. So
yeah, it's definitely given, I think it's given me and my family a lot of time to reflect on what the essentials are, and it's given me time to reach out, send letters, send texts to people that I love, that are important to me, that normally I probably wouldn't spend the time sending a message to them or reaching out. And I think about, like, if I lost one of these people on that list, you know, right now it's not affecting a lot of us because it's not personal. It's still, we're objective and we're hearing about all these people passing away, but it hasn't hit home. And, you know, my wife and I were talking today. It's like, if we lost one of each other because of this, where would we go? You know, and your head just starts to get dizzy. And I'm like, let's not think about this. Let's do what we can control, and it's stay home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be distant. Find something positive. Go back to the essentials. Write letters. Find a hobby. You know, we are blessed at the fact that we have a garage, that you have projects, that there's safe places where you can go and you can meditate and you can stay busy, right? So, but a lot of people, you know, they're cooped up, like 5-6 people in a home or an apartment. Yeah. So, you know, it's like I my heart goes out to them, and it really is. It's anyway. All right, let's move on, because this can just go down a rabbit hole. But thank you, Jess, for sharing. Let's get to the cars. Let's get to
all right.
All right, Joey. So come on, talk about your baby. All right.
All right. So let me flip the camera real quick. So this is a 2008 350Z Nismo. I bought it in 2009, so she's been with me ever since. She's got about 75,000 miles on her. I haven't named her, but everybody just calls my car the Nismo.
You gotta name your car. You gotta name your car. You have to.
You have to.
I'll try to be creative. Yeah, I'll try to be creative.
By the end of this Zoom session, we're gonna have a name for your car. Okay.
All right, that sounds cool with me. But basically, in 2009, I got my first real job. You know, I started my career as an ultrasound tech. So I worked for like a year, and I was like, all right, I'm done being responsible. I gotta, you know, have a little bit of fun. So I went out and started looking at cars. I looked at several cars, and it came down to this car and a Honda S2000 CR edition. So I drove them both, and I just fell in love with the look and the feel of this car. Like, it just sold me, man. It felt like nothing I'd ever driven before. And even now, I still get goosebumps driving her.
That's how you know you bought the right car.
Exactly. Yeah.
What did you say, Jess? You cut out.
I said that's exactly how he knows he bought the right car. You get goosebumps while driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's like little things in this car that just make you feel, or just make it known that it's something special. Like on the dash, it has the Nismo tachometer. Right here on the center console, I don't know how you can see that, but it says that it's a 350Z Nismo number 812. So they only made 1,600 of these. Well, to be exact, 1,613 Nismos. And there's a registry of Nismos that are out there still on the road that haven't been crashed or whatever. And last time I checked, there's only about 1,400 left.
Wow.
14. Wow.
Yep.
Goodness.
That's nice. Yeah. Those were the things really for car guys. You know, if you have a relationship with them, those were the things give it that soul, that little extra, magic sauce. I mean that Nismo speedometer. We were gonna replace the speedometer from the original Oppa, right?
Uh-huh.
But look at this. Do you guys? And then we flip this camera. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Flip this. Okay, now you see this? You see
There
this?
we go.
All right, so you see 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And then if you look at 80, it's backwards.
Backwards.
Oh,
that's awesome. So we're going to keep that. That's so good.
That is cool.
Anyway, Joy, sorry to interrupt, but I needed to share that. That was like...
Dude, that is so awesome. I would have never known that. Dang. But since I've had my Nismo, I've taken her on several track days. Probably the most intense track I've been on was Indy Motorsports Ranch, and that was in Wilcox, Arizona. So that is a 2.75 mile track with 21 turns. Wow. And so I had 4 20-minute sessions, but my brakes were gone by the end of the 3rd session. So I couldn't even complete the 4th session. But I mean, this car handled so well on the track. I loved every second of it.
I love the color. I love white cars. Is that a special pin code, or is it just a
so this paint is Pikes Peak White, and I'm not too sure what years they released this color, but I know for sure 2008 350s were available in this color.
Oh, I wonder if it's Pikes Peak White because that's the year that Nismo went and conquered Pikes Peak, or if they had a special Pikes Peak car. I mean, that's a cool name for a color, paint code.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, for sure.
Good job. Good job. All right. Is that, well, you got to pop the hood, man. You got to show us.
So, yeah, there are mods to it.
Yeah.
And by the way, going back to white cars, if I were to ever paint this car, I would go with Kilimanjaro white, like your Fuguzi.
Oh yeah.
I think that was so sick.
That is at least for 73. That was the paint code for the 240Zs.
Yeah.
White. I think it's 914. I think that's the paint code. 914.
Oh wow.
I think.
Yeah, I love that. I love that color.
Nice.
So here's the motor. This motor came in 2007 and 2008 350Zs. You can see that it has dual intakes. So dual intake motor.
Yeah.
The engine is a VQ35HR. It revs up to 7,500 RPM. I have just a couple of mods. I have the dual AEM intakes. I love AEM products. I have Concept Z upper and lower radiator hoses. This is stock. It has the strut bar going on the bottom right here. It's an H bar is what they call it, and this only came on Nismos.
Nice.
Yeah, and
I wish they painted that. I wish it was a different color so it popped. Like.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually considering that because it's starting to chip. So maybe I'll get it powder coated, like red or something cool that will just stand out. Ooh, that's a good idea.
Kilimanjaro white. Yeah.
That would be sick. Yeah, I might do that. And then the car has a Tanabe exhaust on it and a still-in Y pipe. Let me show you. The exhaust almost looks stock, but it's got some fat pipes on it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, and then the booty on this car, I love. So
That looks like it looks like a Civic from the back a little bit. It's like the same DNA, the new Civic. A little bit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. It similarly look good.
Yeah. But this car, the Nismos specifically, they came with this. Can you see it right there? It's a Yamaha performance damper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's supposed to aid in body roll.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
And there's another one that's hidden in the trunk to help with the body roll also. It's like under the spare tire area. I'm actually having problems with my trunk closing and latching right now. Otherwise, I'd show it to you.
Oh.
Yeah. But that's my next project, I guess, is just to fix that. And then I have Tane adjustable dampers on here. I don't know if you could see right here. Here's the top where you get to like turn the knob to the left to, you know, soften them, and to the right to harden them.
It's a good looking car, man.
Thank you so much.
Good looking. Yeah. You think it's a she or a he?
Oh, it's
I feel
a
like
she.
it's a she. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the name, Jess?
Audrey.
Audrey.
Yeah,
Audrey.
like in My Fair Lady, Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, I would do. That's what I get. It's sleek and pretty, but lethal. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Audrey.
Ooh,
Ooh, I like.
All right. He might
Audrey
be
it
an
is.
Audrey.
I like that.
Audrey, it is.
That's a
Thank you,
beautiful
Jess.
name.
You're
Yeah.
very welcome.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Well, all right. Speaking of great ideas, Jess, let's see your baby. I want to show us what you
Okay.
got. Yeah.
Sure. So this is my 1960 F100,
Nice.
and his name is Angus.
Angus.
Angus, and I
That's a
named
great
him.
name.
Thanks.
That is a good.
He looks
I
like
named
Angus.
him, and all the boys at Tech thought that was the funniest thing they'd ever heard, until I found out that Angus Young actually had a fridge a lot like this. It was black, of course, but yeah, I picked this up in Wyoming, and
Who's Angus Young? I have no idea what you're talking
AC/DC.
about. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, so this is basically on the outside how we got him. On the inside, I did a seat cover and painted the horn button because, you know, the important things in life.
What's
And,
that material? What's that material on the seat?
It's just velour and vinyl. It came from Max, I believe.
I like
But,
that.
yeah,
Nice.
the velour actually really keeps you in it really keeps you in your seat,
Nice.
especially since I don't run seatbelts. So
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, he's pretty cool. I mean, not as cool as yours. I'll show you the engine.
No, this is. It has similar. It has similar bones. It's like a similar canvas. You know.
Yeah. There she is. So carburetors, Joey.
Oh wow.
Wow.
This is a Holly glass bowl, single barrel.
Ooh. Wow, that's nice.
So, we were
have
talking
that
earlier
too.
about carburetors and fuel injection, and yeah. So this is just a little 223 straight six, and yeah, it goes good enough. Has plenty of torque, but it definitely won't win any races. But that's all right.
Wow.
He does really good when you load the bed, which he has a long bed. He does really good when he's loaded full of car parts, or when I go thrift shopping and find too many chairs and then get in trouble for them. But
Wow.
yeah, so I mean,
Nice.
we got plans for him. I've got a big back window cab for him. So instead of the window coming in here, it actually comes all the way out and down. And it's
Oh, that's
big,
gonna be nice.
like corner window.
Is that a fabrication or was that an option that came?
It
with
was
that
an
model?
option, actually. Yeah, it was an
Wow.
option, and I have a short bed and a short bed frame for him. So he'll be my Angus when I'm done with him. He won't be this one, but he'll be mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who did all that woodwork on there? The railings?
My honey George did that, actually. He consulted me about the design and then kind of ran with it and did it up, and we stained them, and you can actually take them apart and have it without if needed. But
Yeah.
if that's super so far. Yeah.
Are you guys gonna paint it, or are you gonna leave it with this patina? What do you think?
Well, for now he's gonna stay patina because I have I have to get another vehicle on the road before I can paint him up and tear him all apart and everything. So he'll be black though.
Oh, black is a nice Angus color.
Yeah.
That's a proper
I think,
sound for the hood for Angus.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. You don't want any like rubber seals to dampen that sound, you know? You don't want to soften that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Make his presence known.
Yes. What was the inspiration with the yellow lights in the front? Are those fog lights or are
Yes, they are. I run them all the time. I can't help it. But could you
Those are
turn the
sweet.
lights on for me, honey? Yeah, they're actually out of a Mercedes. I had one guy figure that out. So
that is
yeah.
sick.
So I've got Bosch's and I got Hella's. Which, do you know, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Do you know how fast the speed of light is?
No idea.
Hella. It's hella.
No, that's funny.
Yeah,
That's
that was a horrible dad joke I made up, but that's all right. You guys can enjoy that one.
It was hella cool.
So, thank you.
That
he's a good truck.
is beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank
So, hey, so here's a question that I have to ask you guys is, you know, when there's so many cars in the world and that come through our life, like why Angus and why Audrey? Like and then even for me, like why Opa? It's you know, I've been part of, you know, 2 other car builds, and those each car was almost like a family member for me. And then the last build, the Underdog, you know, it was so emotional. It was such an emotional journey.
Yeah.
It kind of made me resistant on being a part of another car build for a while. And then it took this 63 Datsun, this piece of junk, to rekindle this light in my heart where I can't stop staring at him. Like I don't know if you've ever seen that movie Christine, that Stephen King movie, Christine.
Yeah.
And I come out in the garage and I just stare. Like I just stare at the car all night. And it's this like obsession, and I go, why is it? But then I go, okay, let me figure this out. Like where's this need, where's this energy coming from? And first, all the stuff that's going on, it's like you know, there's so much in my mind, and it starts leaning towards like negative. So like physically I need to move, so I want to put my energy into something positive, so the car allows me to do that, sponges that. And then it's so like odd and like weird, and like why is it still around? And like what were they thinking when they designed it? And to me, it's this kind of like historical journey of trying to figure out what the designers fell in love with when they created this. Because to make a car, especially in this era, I mean, you had to put your heart into it. And like every piece for me like represents something essential and just like simple, less is more. And so it represents like, and it parallels the things that are happening around me in my life, and then the important things I need to focus on. So for me, the why, the spirit, the soul of Opa has come alive, or I feel like I have to build this in the right way with the right energy. So after I can share this car, and it's a representation of everything that was positive that came through this experience. You know what I mean? So that's my why. So I want to ask you guys, why Angus and why Audrey?
Well, Joey, you are more than welcome to go first. I just talked about it.
Okay. Well, you know, I guess similar to you, there's something that I just want to put my energy in. And, you know, loving cars my whole life before I got this car, it only made sense. Why not get a car that I think I'm going to have for like a long period of time and just build it up and just, you know, make it my own. So I just have fun. Like I de-stress when I come into my garage and just clean the car. Even though it's already clean, I'll just throw another layer of wax on it, throw my headphones on, and I'm just at peace. Nothing else bothers me. I have nothing else on my mind other than, I don't know, just being in the garage and putting my energy into this car. I don't know what it is, but I think it's something that people that are really into cars just have. Like they have this passion to do this weird thing, and you know, everyone gets it. If they're into cars, they get it. If they're not into cars, they're like, why are you still cleaning your car? It's clean or whatever, you know?
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, we get that question a lot. They're always like, well, why would you buy that? Why would you do this? Why aren't you going to paint it? And I'm just like, guys, he's still telling me what he wants. You know, he is still, you know, like opening himself up to me to tell me exactly what he should be. I mean, that's how all the cars are. I mean, I change my mind constantly. And it drives my honey absolutely mad. But then when I actually come to my final decision, it is the best it's ever going to be, you know? So I really do think that the why is figuring out exactly what they need to be, you know, because they don't need to be what they always were. You know, sometimes they do, you know, there are vehicles that should be exactly what they were, but there are some that should definitely, what's the right way to put that? It's not modified, but they should definitely be elevated.
They should be living. Well, they should, because some cars, they need to stay factory correct because that was the journey the car and the original owners took it to, right? And some cars were discarded. Like when I look at Oppa, it was loved to a certain point, and then the previous owner that sold it to me, Aaron, like he had a ceiling where he could take the car, right? And like you said, like this truck survived 60 years because it wants to say something. And like I look at it, I go, what do you want? What do you want, old man? Like tell me what you want. You want new shoes? What you want? You want a new distributor? Yes, we got to get you that. We got to get you new wiring. It's telling you, but then I go, do you want new paint? Do you want new clothes? Do you want a new engine? Do you want a new swap? And then it's saying, nah. Like what? Why am I here? What am I going to say when other people drive it? Like, what was the whole point of the car? It's like, I agree. Like I come out, it's not staring. It's like having a conversation with an old dude. And then also it silently, it teaches something because most of the answers, the questions that we have, we already know the answers to. And sometimes we just need quiet. And it's like our, you know, dojo or our yoga, you know, our yoga class where we come in and I just start talking to the car in my head, or even verbally. I go, hey man, how do I get through this? Like, I'm going to have some, like, there's going to be some, you know, some dents and some damage that's going to come out of this. And then I look at the car and I go, well, you've survived for 60 years with these rust spots and this and this. And what was essential? Where were the mounts? Were those solid, right? Were those solid? Or, you know, surface rust? That's okay. We can sand that out. And even the surface rust can become art, like patina. Like we look at the patina, we go, ooh, there's a story. I wonder what happened there. You know, I wonder what day that happened. What was going on, right? And so, Oh, hey, the time limit is ending, so we're gonna restart a new one because we thought we were gonna cap it at 40, but you guys are too awesome. This is good. I'm gonna keep my glasses on because now it's time to give you a tour of Oppa. Since you guys kind enough to share your cars, your babies, your family members, Audrey and Angus. This is Oppa. So here we go. Let me flip this camera. All right, there we go. All right, here he is. So this is the E1 engine. So we found out that Datsun in 1951 had licensed this engine from Austin Healey, and so they share, the same blueprint. It's basically, an Austin engine in this, which is interesting, where it's really kind of like great for me to hear that, because it shows that even in the 50s, after the stigma of Japan and all the things that happened in the war, countries were still collaborating when it came to vehicles. I mean, that's pretty cool for them to license this, for Datsun to be able to put an Austin engine in this in 1963. I mean, that's pretty cool. It says a lot. As you can see, the front of the car is very British. It's almost like a mirror. I think at that time, Japanese took successful, international designs that were doing well in Britain and in Italy and in America. They basically just ripped it off, because this is like, if I didn't tell you, if we took the badging off, this could be a Mini Cooper easily.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, even the earlier Datsuns looked so much like British cars. It wasn't even funny.
so when we took the front bumper off, we took this gigantic bumper off, and it has these like factory holes here.
Yeah.
Dude, so think about it. It's like, it's nice, it gives it a very like aggressive
awesome.
look, industrial look. Look at the little belly button is where you put the crank starter. Yeah, yes. I painted it. I made it a little yellow. This is the key. So you stick it in there. It's like, nice. Look at that little belly button. So I want to wrap that with leather. Put a little chrome around it.
That would be cool.
Yeah, when people drive the car for the first time, instead of tossing the keys, you give them the crank, the big old piece of metal, the crank starter. And then you highlight this, you make it leather, you make it nice, you celebrate the whole experience of having to like crank that thing over,
Yeah.
Right. So
Gosh, it's cute.
look what they did. They celebrated and highlighted 60 horsepower.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. I love this. Look at this.
Wow.
That looks just like the one on my Roadster.
Yeah.
That's crazy
Yep.
cool.
Yeah. L320. So this is the 320. 1963. E1 engine here. So it's matching number. It's pretty cool. Everything is there,
That's so cool.
So this is from, I don't know if you recognize this. This is something Mikey brought over last night.
Yes, it is.
Right? And what's interesting is that we don't have the key. You see this little thing here?
Yeah.
So if you put this antenna all the way down, it locks. Did you know that? So then there's a key. Yeah, so it's a security thing. So instead of people would rip this off,
Right.
it's so long. Look how long this antenna is. It's like crazy long. Right? Look at it. It just keeps going. Right? So so to prevent people from ripping it off, there's this little key here, and so you can lock it, and then when you go for your drive, you just unlock it and you're able to lift that up. That's pretty cool. But this is from a Roadster. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this jewelry.
Oh yeah.
I love this. So pretty. It's like it has one earring. All right, look at that. So I've just been cleaning up the interior. This is one of the coolest things for me in the interior is how to lock the passenger door. Because here you have the key thing, so you can lock the door, right? But on the other side, there's nothing. There's nothing. And there's nothing from inside, right? There's no thing that you pull up or anything. So check this out. This is where you lock it. You lock it like that. Right? So it has this guard where if you don't lock it, you can't roll down the window. So you have to lock it, and then you're able to roll down the window. Right? So you lock it, lock it like that. You close it, and so you can't open it at all. So you got to open it from the other side.
Yeah.
So somebody has to just click it like that. Boom! Look at that.
That's cool.
Simple, so simple. Look at this. See that, Jess?
Mm-hmm.
That's from a Roadster.
Yes, it is. Goodness
Yeah, so-
gracious.
Yeah, we're
What
gonna.
is that?
What is that, Jess?
That looks like the little speaker.
Yes. That's a speaker for the factory radio.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Goodness.
Yeah. So we got that to work. It's not working because
Cool.
it keeps shorting the car out. So we got to figure something out with the electric because it's a negative ground car.
Yep.
But
Like
Mikey
this.
found this. We refurbished it. Look at this little thing. See this? This is a 95-pound magnet. I
Wow.
found at a Ace hardware store that was going out of business.
Yeah.
And usually it has this is where you put the transmission fluid. I didn't know that.
Oh.
Right? So it has a little rubber cap, and I thought it would just be cool to put that there.
There you go.
Right?
If it fits, it sits. Yep.
Yep. Ooh, look at this. A original 320 gas tank that the seller had sent out to a metal fabricator to recondition, and he had lost touch with the guy, but somehow he found him, and then he was able to get it out of hock for like $160. And this is the original fuel tank to Opa. And the thing is, like, it just came to us like 2 days ago. Like, the original owner said, hey, I just happened to call the dude that I sent the gas tank, and he said he had it. He had finished it. If you want it, it's $160, you know? And so, like you said, Jess, it's like the car is telling us what it wants. It wants its like original, fuel tank back, because this is the fuel tank we've been using. You see, that's
There.
the
Yeah. Oh my
So-
goodness.
modified that, and that goes into this.
Wow.
This,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah. So this is cool because this is like a smuggler's box that, like, 240 has these toolboxes in the back, 2 of them, and this is kind of cool because we're going to put hinges on them to be able to open that up. So that's where the fuel tank would really originally go. So we're going to put this back down there.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's it for now.
That's
it
awesome.
for now. Yeah. But she's driving like a top. Oh, man, she's driving really good.
Are you
Really?
thinking you might do square fenders in the rear and rounded in the front?
I don't know. We're just experimenting, and we're just like we need some help on that. So you see this? This is rounded,
Uh-huh.
but this is square, almost like Angus, right, Jess?
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit.
So I don't know what to do with this. Like, if we put the square fender here and then put the round here, it might just look a little off, but because this looks off already, right?
Yeah, it does.
Mini Cooper, and then I don't know what this is. This is like a Chevy truck. This is your truck. This is Angus here. You know what I mean? The Mini Cooper, Angus. Angus.
It's a mini Angus.
I want to Angus, yeah. Angus, like, I want to celebrate that, like, odd balance to it, So,
Yeah.
we'll try. Yeah. What's cool is it's just a blank canvas,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's nice that the car isn't so famous or, beloved in the car community, where, like, Porsche guys, like, I don't want to be chopping up an old Porsche, these days, because they're very valuable, they're rare, and the purists really appreciate that. And this, like, we want to keep the engine so we can share the whole driving experience, but we do want add our flavor to it. So when I guess car guys see it, they go, wow, this is an interesting interpretation of something that is either obsolete in their Rolodex of cars, or so underappreciated because people go, why would you do that? Why would you spend time on this piece of junk? And I'm like, exactly. Why not? Like, when was the last time you saw a 63 Datsun on the road? When was the last time you drove one?
I've never driven one. I've only ever driven 620s. So, yeah, but seeing one on the road, gosh, I haven't seen one on the actual road ever, I don't think. I've only ever seen them in people's back 40, you know?
No. And then modified in like a hot rod way where it's fun. It's like a celebration. I can't wait for you guys to drive it. We have to, after this whole crisis, we're going to figure out where you guys are driving Oppa. You can get to spend like a week with them and just experience, because it's fun. Every time we take it out on the road for a test, this 400 tree thing is pretty cool.
That looks so fun. I want to learn the shift pattern of that. That looks so cool.
Yeah, it's so, and he's so easy to drive, but he forces you to slow down. Like, you know, in modern cars, like in your Z, you could just shift. You're just like boom, boom. You can heel toe, just shift. You know, downshift. Everything's smooth. First, you can go. You know, you can hit what RPM can you hit? You can go like 8,000 RPM.
7,500.
75.
Yeah.
This may be like 1,500, right? It's like first gear is useless. It's useless. You got to go into second, but you have to slow down, and you got to kind of wait. It's like a dog leg. It's like a delay. And then when you want to shift it back to first, the car has to be in a complete stop or it grinds. So it makes you, you know, instead of just putting it in first, you have to slow down. You have to be in second, let the car slow. The drum brakes, you have to pump it. Then it slows down. Then it goes, then you're able to go. Go.
It honestly sounds like Oppa is just a miniature version of my truck, because mine's the same way. Yeah. I mean, I've got the 3 on the tree.
Nice.
So, and the brakes, same thing. You know, you gotta pump the crap out of them to get them to work. But they all work.
What's the shift pattern for 3 on the tree?
Yeah. So let's see how we can get this. So first, you know, it's down there, and then second, and third, and reverse.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it makes you slow down, and it makes you a little bit more conscious about all your driving decisions, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, yeah, and the thing is, like, you can't be thinking about other things, because you have to anticipate with the drum brakes where you're going to need to stop, you know?
And everybody else on the road, too. It's definitely a lot more of an interactive thing. Absolutely.
I interact with every car behind me because I'm constantly doing this.
Oh, my God.
Just drive by me. This is all we got. It's all we got.
Says the vehicle stop speed. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Well, hey guys, this has been awesome. I want to wrap this up, and I guess what I've got out of this is talking to you guys. First of all, we're taking something that is negative for all of us in the situation, extracting something positive out of it, and our love affair for cars, it's universal. It's modern cars like yours, Joey, and ancient relics like Angus, right? But it's really on what our outlook is. Like, we can decide to look at it as, like, you know, half empty or half full. So you guys are totally half full people. I can't wait to be able to share Oppa with you guys, and I can't wait to be able to, you know, drive Audrey and Angus as well one day. So thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
Thank you.
So I appreciate it. The first sounds, guys, like the best guest ever. So thank you guys so much. And you guys be careful. Any last words?
Thank you to Joey for coming up with this idea. This has been great.
Oh yeah, it was totally fun. Thank you for considering this, man. It's been a blast. Really. Yeah. Thank you, Jessie. It was awesome meeting you. I'm gonna throw you. I want to find you on Instagram and follow you and your work and the progress of your truck. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So let's just to recap. Like, what's next for you? What's next? What's going on? what Angus? What's like the next? You have another
Oh.
project, Angus? Like what's going on?
I actually picked up a 72 Volvo P1800 ES. That will be the daily driver. Well, this pickup gets tore apart, and we have a 350 Windsor and a C6 and a front suspension kit from, oh gosh, who did we get that from? CPP, I think. And yeah, so he's going to be a little bit lower and a little bit faster. And yeah, probably by the time you guys get to see him, he'll be a little bit lower and faster and probably black. So
Nice. All right. Looking forward to that. What about you, Joanne? You gonna mod your car anymore, or you got another project coming down the line?
Right now I think I'm gonna keep her stock and clean. I've been considering getting another Z, but like an older one, like a 240 or something. So we'll just see what happens.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, guys.
All
All right.
cool.
Thank you. You guys be safe.
All right.
All right.
well,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
bye.
All right, thanks for tuning in to Song's Garage. I hope you enjoyed your car, my car, and I want to thank Joey and Jessie for bringing such amazing first guests. We hope to keep meeting more people from our Song's Garage community, so let's all continue to stay indoors if possible and stay safe during these tough times. For all those first responders or essential people helping, I truly send my thanks to all of you. All right, everyone. Y'all be good.